I am joined now by top cybersecurity expert John Lucich, CEO of Network Security Group. Sir, it's so nice to meet you. Do you agree with James Clapper that cyber threats are a bigger threat than even terrorism?
Well, I don't know if they're a bigger threat than terrorism, but they are a huge threat. They've been growing. They're nothing new, but they are escalating. And as more and more people realize that they can do some harm through digital ways as opposed to typical terrorism, they're going to take advantage of that. They finally realized that Russia is the huge threat that Romney said it was. Our digital borders are wide open, and our borders are wide open. So people can actually come across any one of these borders, come in and get intel information about our grid, about our nuclear plants, and then go back and have better information to attack us digitally.
This DHS spending battle underway in Congress right now. They're meeting behind closed doors as we speak, trying to hammer out some kind of agreement. It's not looking promising. Right. But will cybersecurity be affected by it?
When you talk about cybersecurity, there's a government side of that, but corporations are responsible for their own. We don't depend upon the U.S. government to keep Sony secure or anybody else secure. We're going to take that on as our own because we're never going to trust the government to do that. So when you see them move towards a net neutrality, what's actually been free about the Internet? Everything's been free about the Internet, so why all this regulation? That's going to hamper security.
Want to just get your comment before we have to go on net neutrality, where we stand and what's next for, speaking of corporations and how they're going to be handling this new regulation.
I've said this for a long time. I believe net neutrality. First of all, we do not regulate. We don't have to regulate that which is already free. It's going to be, because remember where we came from. The Internet came from the ARPANET, but when it was a government project under the ARPANET, it wasn't this big thing we have today. Only when it was put in the hands of the corporations that was totally free did we blossom into this great resource it is today that we shared with the world. And now what they want to do is crush it with regulation, and you're not going to see that innovation, that power to bring this thing forward if this goes through. Congress should step up.
John Lucich, thanks so much for your insights.